There are men who, even as they approach 60 years old, still turn heads, not because of their charming salt and pepper hair, but because of the poised, commanding presence that outshines even their younger days. Age is something none of us can avoid, but growing older does not mean fading away. On the contrary, if you know how you can turn every wrinkle into a mark of character and inspire admiration with a kind of seasoned charisma that youth simply cannot replicate. So what creates that striking presence that makes people look twice? In this video, I, speaking as a doctor specializing in psychology and senior health, will share with you 9 incredibly simple yet highly effective secrets that any man can apply to maintain his charisma, keep his spirit strong, and age gracefully with true strength. These are not flashy tips or empty motivational slogans. They are real practical insights that address the very fears that weigh on middle-aged men. From declining strength, hair loss, and dull skin, to creeping insecurity, feelings of inadequacy, and even the fear of becoming forgotten. Before we begin, leave a comment below with a positive affirmation as your personal commitment to attracting good things into your life. For example, I choose to live confidently and with dignity every day. Or you can write down any other hope or affirmation of your own. And do not forget to subscribe to this channel so you will not miss any content like this. Let us build a positive, vibrant community together where we can all grow and succeed. And now, as you prepare to step forward even stronger into the next chapter of your life, the question is no longer, what can I still hold on to from my youth, but rather, what will I do to remain captivating, aligned with my true age and essence? We will start with the very core: passion and purpose. There is a saying, when you have nothing left to look forward to, that is when you truly start to grow old. And it could not be more accurate, especially for men in their middle years. Think about it. A man who is 60, even 70 years old, but whose eyes light up when he talks about what he loves, whose voice fills with enthusiasm, still looks vibrant and full of life, far more than a young person who lives tiredly and without spirit. That is because passion is the most powerful source of energy, not just for the soul, but also for one's outward appearance. When you still have passions and goals, you have a reason to wake up each morning with excitement. You will naturally want to care for your body. Keep your mind positive and take purposeful actions. You will not just get through the day, you will live it with intention. The beauty is your passions do not need to be grand or world-changing. They can be as simple as nurturing a small orchid garden, writing a few lines of poetry after a long day, or committing to walking 5,000 steps daily. These small goals are like quiet embers, not blazing, but enough to keep your heart warm and your inner light alive. And the magic is this: when you live with passion, your face will gain spirit, your eyes will hold depth, and your aura will carry a natural magnetism. Others will feel your energy and want to be near you. That is the image of a man who is truly living, not merely existing. 2. Keep your mind sharp. Your physical appearance may change over time. Hair grays, skin, wrinkles, the body might lose its former shape. But intellect, quick thinking, and the ability to communicate wisely are what create lasting allure. The older you get, the more valuable these traits become. Nothing is more captivating than a man who can hold a deep conversation, offer compelling insights, and inspire others through his life experiences. Someone who can listen attentively and respond intelligently with humility, yet sharpness, always makes others nod thoughtfully, sometimes even rethink their own views. This attraction does not come from looks, but from a disciplined and continuous investment in the mind. The brain, much like muscles, needs regular exercise. Without it, it grows sluggish. Therefore, rather than waiting until you notice a decline, start nurturing your intellect today with simple but practical habits. You can begin by dedicating just 15 to 30 minutes each day to reading. No need to pressure yourself to finish thick volumes. Just be consistent. Every page you turn opens a new door for mental stimulation and growth. In addition, listen to high-quality podcasts on topics that interest you. Absorbing thoughtful discussions and updated knowledge not only enriches your mind, but sharpens your focus and critical thinking skills that are priceless at any stage of life. Engaging in mind-challenging games like chess, Sudoku, or crossword puzzles is also an excellent way to keep your brain agile. These activities require calculation analysis and problem solving, thereby strengthening your logic and memory. Most importantly, make a habit of writing down your thoughts daily. Writing sharpens language skills and helps organize ideas, emotions, and life experiences. Even a short diary entry or a few quick notes can keep your mind active. You may no longer work full-time or have entered retirement, but never let your mind retire as well. A seasoned man rich in life experience and hard-earned lessons must keep his thinking sharp, because it is through your clarity of mind that you will continue to be a guide for your family, a mentor to younger generations, and a reliable pillar in every important conversation. In a world full of constant upheaval and rapid changes, knowledge never goes out of style. Those who maintain clear judgment, analytical skills, and calm reasoning will always be the ones who offer safety and steadiness to themselves, their families, and the wider community. 3. Subtle mystery. As you cultivate wisdom, you also gain depth in communication. And from that understanding, you learn the power of restraint. Speaking just enough, preserving a sense of privacy to create an unmistakable allure of subtle mystery. This kind of attraction is not loud. It does not come from bragging about achievements or seeking approval. It comes from knowing when to speak and when to remain silent, so that whenever you do speak, people feel it is something worth hearing. They sense your depth and quiet confidence. Like a good book that does not reveal everything up front, but still compels readers to turn every page. An independent man does not need to prove anything. He does not chase validation or applause. He lives by his own standards, yet remains kind enough that others feel safe around him. And precisely because he is not easily predictable or grasped, he becomes even more captivating. Allow space for silence in your conversations. Do not be afraid to keep some things to yourself. Sometimes, sophistication lies not in what you share, but in what you choose to hold back. Live as if you have nothing to prove yet, with enough strength and empathy that people naturally want to step into your world. 4. Confidence. Confidence is not arrogance or boasting. It does not require flashy cars, designer clothes, or constant self-praise. True confidence is a silent accessory that always stands out, making you magnetic without even trying. A man who knows his worth never has to force it. He walks with steady steps, communicates through firm eye contact, and speaks calmly. Without exaggeration or showiness, he commands attention. Because within him, people sense a deep-rooted stability, built not overnight, but through years of real experience. This type of confidence cannot be borrowed or memorized. It only develops when you have endured enough ups and downs to truly know who you are, where you stand, and what truly matters. It is the gift time gives to those who dare to live authentically, fall, and rise again. A man with inner confidence does not need noise to be noticed, yet is always quietly admired, because he does not try to please the crowd, but is sincere enough to make everyone around him feel secure. And the most attractive part, it is when you do not even try to be attractive, and yet people cannot take their eyes off you simply because you are living with the strong, clear essence of your true self. 5. Refined style. At middle age, you no longer need to dress to impress everyone. You only need to dress in a way that reflects your strength, experience, and spirit, and that alone will make people turn their heads. You do not need to chase trends or try to look younger than you are. In fact, the more you try to cheat age by dressing like someone in their 30s, the more awkward and out of place you may appear. The key lies in fit, cleanliness, and refinement. Clothes should not be too loose or too tight. Choose fabrics that drape naturally, are soft but structured. Opt for muted tones like navy blue, grey, beige, or chocolate brown colors that are easy to match and bring a warm, mature feel. Simple yet carefully selected outfits always speak volumes about a man. Do not overlook small details that complete the whole look. A classic leather-strapped watch, a pocket square in your blazer, or a soft leather belt that matches your shoes. These touches will not turn you into a stage gentleman, but they will show that you care for yourself, respect others, and do not need to try too hard to make an impression. Style should not be burdensome. As long as you stay clean, tidy, and choose clothes that represent your true self, that is already the language of strength. Because a man of style does not need to say much. He will simply be remembered as a distinct presence in a crowded room. 6. A signature scent. People may forget a face or even a name, but it is much harder to forget a scent. That is why, if you want to be truly unforgettable, you should choose a signature scent for yourself. In your 20s, perfume is a tool for making an impression to show off your personality, your flair, or a fleeting allure. But when you reach middle age, fragrance is no longer a game. It becomes part of your identity, a silent statement of your inner depth, life experience, and strength. At this stage, you do not pick a scent just to get attention. You pick it as a lifelong companion, an extension of who you are. Choosing the right scent is an art, fresh, citrusy. Fragrances that worked so well at 20 may feel out of place at 60. Instead, you should lean towards richer, more grounded families of scent: sandalwood, cedarwood, patchouli, musk, amber leather. These layers not only evoke masculinity and steadiness, but also offer a depth and lasting presence that suits a man who has matured. Your fragrance should not overwhelm a room. Just a dab on your wrists, behind your ears, or across your chest is more than enough. A truly captivating scent is not the one that makes everyone turn their heads, but the one that makes one person turn back and never forget you. It should not be a loud signal. It should be an emotional signature that evokes memory, longing, and nostalgia. And if you can find one signature scent to stick with a destiny scent, you may not even realize it. But years from now, when someone catches a whiff of it on the street, they will remember you, even if you are no longer around. That is how a truly seasoned man leaves an unforgettable mark, quietly, profoundly, and irreplaceably. 7. A flexible body. At 50, 60, or 70 years old, no one expects you to keep the physique of a 30-year-old. But if you can still stand tall, walk steadily, bend down without difficulty, and climb a few flights of stairs without gasping for air, that alone is a clear declaration: I am still living with the dignity of a true gentleman. Your body is your silent armor, protecting your spirit, charisma, and confidence. When health declines, it is not just muscles that weaken the sparkle in your eyes, dims, and your posture loses its pride. On the other hand, a body that is cared for daily grants you agility, mental clarity, and a commanding presence that earns deep respect. The good news is, you do not need to run 3 miles every morning or endure brutal workouts at the gym like a professional athlete. Just by maintaining simple but consistent habits, you can make a huge difference in your health. Every day, try to walk briskly for about 30 minutes. Regular movement boosts blood circulation, keeps your joints flexible, and slows down the natural aging process of your body. In the morning practice, some gentle stretching or basic yoga moves to wake your body up after a night's rest. Even light rhythmic movements are enough to activate your nervous system and sharpen your mind. At the same time, basic strength training is crucial. Simple exercises like chair squats or balancing on your toes can help stabilize your ankle joints and enhance your body control, critical for preventing falls. Never neglect the fundamentals: getting enough sleep, staying hydrated, and eating mindfully. Proper nutrition and quality rest support muscle recovery. Regulate your hormones and maintain your overall health. These small habits, though seemingly minor, have huge impacts. They keep your knees, back, shoulders, and neck from rusting, help blood flow more efficiently, stabilize your heart rate, and keep your mind sharp. Most importantly, they reduce the risk of falling, a major cause that often robs elderly people of their independence. Always remember, your body is the only outfit you wear for a lifetime. How you treat it is exactly how it will serve you. A distinguished gentleman does not need bulging muscles, only a steady stride, bright eyes, and confident steps to show everyone here is a man who still stands tall. 8. Aging gracefully. In a world where everyone seems desperate to cling to youth through cosmetic surgery, or even illusions on social media, the man who embraces aging with calm and dignity becomes truly exceptional. He does not fake youthfulness or try to hide the marks of time. He chooses to live authentically, and that authenticity is what makes him most admirable. A mature man does not need to dye his hair or erase his wrinkles. Grey hair is proof of countless seasons past. Wrinkles are not just signs of age. They are traces of smiles, worries, long nights of reflection, and moments that once stirred your heart. They are something no 20-year-old can possess, no matter how much wealth or success they might have. Aging gracefully does not mean surrendering. It means living true to your age and making it the richest, most meaningful chapter of your life. You do not need to strive to be young again, because you are now the most valuable version of yourself. Seasoned understanding, calm and dependable. Aging well is a lifestyle. It is when you dress appropriately for your age, neither overly ornate nor careless. When you do not try to look trendy, yet still exude undeniable character. When you walk into a room and you do not have to be loud or flashy. Your composed, calm, and experienced presence commands silent attention. No one can stop time, but everyone can choose how to grow old. Some become bitter, isolated, and burdened with inferiority, but others like you choose a different path. Gentle, steady, constantly learning, open to life, and finding joy in simple things. 9. Nurturing your spirit. Among all the elements that make a middle-aged man beautifully captivating, peace of mind is the most powerful, quiet, yet irresistible. It does not boast. It does not require introduction, but it makes others notice and respect you because they sense a solid, rare energy within you. We are living in an age of constant turmoil, negative news every day, financial pressures mounting, family responsibilities stacking up, declining health, and sometimes the painful feeling of being less needed. If you do not know how to maintain your inner strength, these burdens can slowly erode your spirit, dim your confidence, and cause you to lose yourself. That is why a man who knows how to cultivate inner stillness, even with very small habits, will always radiate a distinct charisma. They do not react impulsively to everything. They do not shout to prove a point. They do not let anger lead them. They listen more, see deeper, and speak less, but speak right, because they understand that true strength comes from mastering themselves. You do not need to become a monk nor retreat to a mountain. You simply need to spend a few minutes each morning breathing deeply. Write a few lines each night to reflect, or simply turn off your phone for 30 minutes and enjoy a cup of tea in silence. These small acts can build a spirit that is far stronger than you might imagine. When your inner world is calm, your face will relax, your eyes will soften, and your voice will carry more weight and calmness. Your very presence will make the surrounding atmosphere lighter and more comfortable. It is a kind of charisma that needs no advertising, but everyone feels it. A man at peace does not just live longer, he lives deeper. He does not affirm himself through loud words, but through how he is present, how he carries himself, and how he lives. When such a man enters a room, the whole space feels different, quieter, warmer, and deeply trustworthy. At some point in life, you will realize beauty is no longer about appearance, but about the energy you radiate and the feeling you leave in the hearts of others. Everything you have just learned here is not a formula to become someone else, but a reminder to return to the best version of yourself. You do not need to stay young forever. You do not need to be perfect, but you can absolutely be beautiful in your own unique, dignified, and admirable way at exactly your true age. When you are confident, well-kept, a good listener, passionate, profound, and at peace, you become living proof that age does not diminish you, but ripens you, deepens you, and makes you even more attractive in a way youth never could. Aging gracefully is not a matter of luck. It is a choice you make daily in how you dress, walk, think, speak, care for your body, and nurture your soul. You can start anytime, as long as you decide that age will never be your limit. If you have stayed with me until now, I believe you are someone who chooses to live with style depth and a desire to inspire those around you. So please leave a comment below. I choose to age gracefully with dignity and character as a pledge to yourself. And do not forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so we can continue sharing valuable lessons designed especially for gentlemen in the second half of life. Because we are not just meant to live longer, we deserve to live beautifully every single day. Thank you for spending your time here. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.